Hola, hola, ¿qué pasa, calabaza? Welcome back to the Global Latin Factor podcast, where we talk about Latino everything. I'm your host, Crispin Valentin. Thank you so much for being here. Huge shout out going out to you for your support. If you want to be part and join the Global Latin community, very easy to do. Remember to subscribe, follow, and make sure you give us a follow on all the audio platforms. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating. It helps a lot. The algorithm, you hear the algorithm all the time. That's all y'all. So please help us. Today's episode, we're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to be diving into some of the most classic, funniest, and low-key spooky Latino superstitions. Shout out to Carlos CID for the recommendation. Whether you grew up in your abuelita yelling, "No barras de noche," or you saw your tia put Saint Anthony upside down to find a man, we all have some of the stories that we talked and we get into and we experience growing up. So let's go ahead and talk about where all these beliefs come from. There's so many of them, so many places, because we're full of different cultures and different things. A lot of our superstitions come from a mixture of indigenous traditions, Catholic beliefs, African spirituality, and old Spanish customs. They've been passed down through generation, and sometimes with serious vibes, and sometimes just for fun. For many of us, they're not just beliefs. They're not just habits or little things that we do just in case. You know, por si las moscas o por si las dudas. Like knocking on wood or not putting your purse on the floor. Ladies or guys, whatever your vibe. Even here in the U.S., we still carry a lot of this within us. Some of us without even realizing. Did you happen to do something today that you might have been like, oh, why? All right, so let's take a trip across Latin America and break down some of the superstitions from a few countries and how it still shows up today. Starting out with Mexico, the rooster crow or a night owl singing tecolote that signifies a death omen. Linked to Aztec belief, owls were seen as the messengers of Mictlan underworld, sweeping feet. That is bad luck in love. Rooted in the household customs and rural wisdom, knives in the ground or crossing knives, that is weather control. I don't know if you know this, but it is weather control. That blends Catholic saint traditions, San Diego, patron of farmers, with pre-Hispanic rituals. No sweeping at night. Yes, sweeping away your fortune. Do not do that. It's common in indigenous and rural communities where nighttime had spiritual meaning. So that's where it comes from. Now moving on to Cuba. Itchy palms. That means money is flowing, possibly from an African Yoruba tradition, merges with local beliefs. And did you know right palm itching means money coming in? You're about to receive some money, luck, or good fortune. But left palm itching, money is going away. You're about to spend some money, lose some money, or pay for something. So keep an eye out. Upside down Saint Anthony. Find love faster. That is a mix of Catholicism with folk devotion showing humor and faith. So if you seen your tia do that, now you kind of sort of understand. Argentina, moving on. Salt over the shoulder, that is worn off evil. That it comes from European, especially Italian and Spanish roots. Salt was at one time sacred, a purifying agent. Hand and salt, that means bad luck. If somebody hands you salt, in European tradition, that is giving salt and could spice up the argument. I don't know if you know this one, but that is very interesting to know. Venezuela, shout out to my Venezolanos. Purse on the floor, loss of money. That is tied to an Afro-Caribbean and Catholic beliefs in abundance and respect to prosperity. So, ya saben por qué no deben de poner la bolsa en el piso. Peru, salud. After a sneeze, protection from spirits. That comes from pre-Columbian Catholic influence. Believes sneezing opens the soul. Did you know that? Red ribbon azabache on babies para el mal de ojo protection. That stems from Indian and African protection and rituals. Y ahora Colombia, mis colombianos, suitcase in New Year's Eve manifestation travels from the folk tradition about symbolic action. Walking through represents movement and prosperity. Please do us a favor. Give us a comment on what is your New Year's tradition. Do you grab a suitcase? Do you grab something else? Por favor, let us know in the comments right now. Dominican Republic, hot ears. I know Bree's going to like this one. Someone's talking about you. That comes from the Caribbeans, an oral tradition. The left ear is gossip and the right ear, somebody's talking good about you. So depending on which ear it is, pay attention. Chile. Tuesday the 13th is bad luck. Not Friday the 13th, but Tuesday. That is rooted from Spanish influence, where Martes, Tuesday, comes from Mars, god of war. Avoiding conflicts that day at all costs is the key to stay safe. Ecuador, burning Año Viejo doll. Año Viejo doll cleans bad energy, and that comes from an ancient ritual of symbolic sacrifice merged with Catholic New Year celebration. Salvador, shout out to my Salvadoreños. El Cadejo, that's the mythical spirit dog from Indigenous Pipil and Maya folklore, later adapted into Christian morality stories. While El Cadejo protects, the black one punishes. So the white one protects, the black one punishes, if you didn't know that. Let's talk about some of the common rituals that there is and why do we do them. Well, let's hit on some of the things that a lot of us still do, no matter where you're from. Like literally, I know some of this, and I'm Mexicano. Mal de Ojo, evil eye. What is that? That's the belief that a strong stare, specifically fueled with envy, can cause harm, especially to babies. Now, protection tools for that is a red bracelet, a azabache, a black stone charm, or limpia con huevo, cleansing with the egg, or limpia con el canción del abuelito. And if you know, you know. The origin comes from pre-Columbian and Mediterranean belief systems like the Greeks. Mati blended with indigenous and Afro-Caribbean tradition, still practiced in many Latino households today, and I can vouch that that is so true. But why? We still believe. Why? So, why do we still hold on to all these, knowing that some might be kind of silly? Well, because it connects us. It's our raíces, our roots, because it gives us a little hope, and because it's tradition. And even if you don't believe at all in that part, it's still part of our culture. And honestly, it's just for fun sometimes. It's a family thing. It's a tradition. It's a storytelling. It's something we pass on from many generations, and we still going to pass it on. So you might not believe in the rooster or itchy palm, but I bet today you did not sweep at night. I don't sweep at night. FYI, I do not. No lo hago. Okay, mi gente, this is it for today's episode. Thank you so much for joining in. And if you got a superstition that your family does, por favor, DM us, leave us a comment, or send us a voice note. We would love to feature what you told us about what you have in a near future episode. So por favor, stay locked in, stay connected. And if you enjoyed the episode today, make sure you tell somebody. I'm not telling you what to do, but por favor, dile a la tía, al tío, al primo. Spread the word about the amazing work we're doing here today. And if you find one that's more interesting, please let them know. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all the platforms that we are available. This is the Global Latin Factor podcast. I am your host, Crispin Valentin, where we talk about Latino everything, and we talk about our community and the impact that we are making in the world. And remember that we are just like you. We are humans. We are the spice in this melting pot that it is the world. Till next time.